I'm Colin Powick here at Black Diamond. I'm the category director, and this is the all-new ATC Pilot belay device. This is a super cool new style of belay device for Black Diamond. It's really hard to talk about this thing. There's certain words you're not supposed to say, like locking and that kind of thing. In Europe, they're calling this kind of belay device a semi-automatic tuber. So this is a single rope tuber like an ATC, but it's got enhanced braking. We've been working on it for about 18 months. This display here shows some of the iterations of how we got to the end point, starting with this idea. Years ago, Black Diamond worked on basically grooving out an ATC. That was many, many years ago. And then we kind of restarted up this idea. The goal was for single rope use from the gym climber to a sport climber. Obviously, you can't really rappel with it. You can rappel with it in one rope, but it's fairly limiting. So it's really a single pitch kind of device. It gives you more security than a standard tuber. It's really just two pieces. There's a 17.4 metal injection molded stainless steel part, which has really good wear characteristics. And then a Grilamid, which is 20% filled glass nylon, super durable. We literally freeze these things and like smash them on the ground and try to break them. But durability wise, it's very durable, it's very simple. This is good for 8.7 to 10.5 ropes. Every carabiner rope combination is going to give you a little bit different holding force, basically. We recommend using an HMS carabiner. So you got to have big enough space so this can rotate around. You wouldn't want to use like a little lock, or it actually wouldn't work that well. It takes about a pitch to really kind of figure out how smooth it is, and it's very secure, controlled lowering. Should we check it out?
Yeah.
Let's check it out. Come on, follow me. So the way it works, the rope is getting pinched in this V-groove by the carabiner. So you have your hand on the brake rope, and then to lower a climber, you just rotate it. If you lift this all the way up off, then it's very on-off, like an on-off button. And if you do that and still have your hand on the brake rope, you can lower someone, no problem, like that. But that's not the way to do it, and that's not the point of it. The idea is for nice, smooth, controlled lowering, hand on the brake rope, and you just rotate it. And it lowers. This weight isn't too heavy, of course. And then, you know, that's how you rotate it. So the reason that you couldn't use like a little positron or being too small, and it might not have room to rotate, right? And if it doesn't rotate, then you can't lower the person. To top rope belay, you're pulling in rope like this, boom, hand is always on the brake rope. Climber's going up, you're pulling in rope. And then to lower the climber, it's just rotating it again. One of the beauties of this thing for lead belaying, so I call it shuffling if you're belaying like this. People call it shuffling. Now you can do that with this, but if you pull too much, it's gonna seize up. The way that I like belaying with this, your hand is always on the brake rope, and then you can come up with your thumb, just follow the rope up, and you're kind of taking it off the beaner, throwing out rope for slack, and then as the climber passes the bolt, you bring it back in, and then they're climbing, you're feeding out, you're taking it back in, they fall, boom. And it's really nice because you don't have to remove your hand from the rope to do anything. You don't have to do any funky holding of the rope in any weird way. It's super intuitive, especially if you're used to a tuber. So this is available in January, $39.99. And then it also comes a package with the gridlock carabiner, I think for $54.99. The mechanics of this, you know, we didn't claim to invent that. The single rope controller, I think, was the first commercial product on the market, the Wild Country Single SRC, from at least the early 90s, if not the late 80s. And there's the Mammut Smart, the Click Up, the Edelweiss Megajoule. There's all these other devices on there, and this is just our take on it. Yeah.